Once upon a bunch of trees with 3 chimpanzees. Then Dad went out, ate some magical berries. Went all the way back home, here's a mutant of babies.
Hello, I am Galactius, King of the Gods and God of the galaxy and universe that we call Galdromeda. I am the one who created it, and there are zillions of creatures that live here. Flishka is just one of the many. There are multiple dimensions of reality, because every time someone in the universe uses time travel, it creates another reality. The 2 most prominent realities are Galdromeda V1, which is the one that the Epic Flishka series takes place in, and it has Soulworm in it. But this one is Galdromeda V2, and this is where most of the rest of the videos on Flishka Adventures Plus take place, and this one does not have Soulworm in it, but other than that it's quite similar. However, both of these realities have the same gods. I exist in all realities simultaneously because I am eternal. I created this galaxy and universe, including the stars, black holes, space rocks, and other cosmic objects. I also created the 24 other gods. I govern Galdromeda, and I keep all the other gods in check, ensuring that they're fulfilling their roles and doing what they should. The other gods are responsible for creating the planets and sticking to and upholding the roles that they were given. I am the only being in Galdromeda who is completely invincible. The other gods live forever unless killed, which occasionally happens. And when a god's predecessor dies, a new god takes their place and is born. For example, if the god of good dies, then there will be another god of good, and if the god of love dies, there'll be another god of love. There have always been 25 gods throughout history if you include me, and there has been one for every role, but they have not always been the same ones. Luckily, I have servants called Galactators. They look like this, and they help me out. They watch over the galaxy and help maintain balance. I have about 24 of them in this galaxy, even though you can only see 3 at the moment. Hi, my name is Lordside and I am the God of Good. I am just under 10 billion years old. Throughout the course of my lifetime, I have created about 5 billion planets, and one of them is this one, Fulvania, where Flishka lives. I am currently in heaven, which is positioned above Fulvania, and Flishka is below me. Most planets that have life in them in Galdromeda have demons and angels. Galactius has rules that all planets with intelligent life on them must have demons and angels, because the demons and angels help govern planets that their god is not around to help with. Fulvania is the planet that I mostly focus on, but I have demons and angels to help with the other ones. However, these demons and angels don't look the same on every planet, and the physical appearances vary widely. My planets tend to have quite a lot of angels, but not as many demons. The only reason why I create demons at all is because Galactia says that I have to. I created multiple types of angels to live on Fulvania, but I only created one type of demon, and those are the fire fiends, which are the most common type. The only reason why there's other types of demons on Fulvania as well is because they were created by Flavargon. Flavargon used to just be a regular fire fiend, but he fought to the top and became the most powerful demon on Fulvania, so that's why I've created my demigod son, Resus, to neutralise the evil.
I'm Vancor and I'm the god of love. I believe that I'm the youngest of the gods because I'm a baby and I'm only 50 years old. So far, I've only created one planet, and it's this one. It's called Vancora. Galactius has said that I don't need to create any demons or angels yet, because the one creature that exists on this planet, the Jellymen, are not particularly intelligent. I'm rather fragile, and I'm not fully grown yet, and I'm just starting to know the galaxy. Luckily, Lord Sight and some of the mortals on the nearby planet Fulvania, such as Fleshka, love me, and I like hanging out with them. It's quite comforting, and they protect me, and I help them and protect them as well. It's a bit of a shame that some of them kill bad guys, because I don't like killing anything, but I still think they have got good intent, and they treat me quite well. Hi, I'm Electia, and I'm one of the youngest gods. I'm not as young as Vancor, him being 50, but I am 1,000, which is still quite young. I am the goddess of electricity, and I'm fast, hyper, and erratic. I'm not fully grown yet, and I only have 10 planets, but I think I'm off to a pretty darn good start. Hi, I'm Lordia, goddess of peace, and I am about 7 billion years old. Lord Sight and I used to live together and be in love with each other when we were both younger. I have created about 4 billion planets, and the one that I am currently on is called Favania. It's modelled after Fulvania, but it's not exactly the same. The specific place that I'm currently in is called Utopia, and it's Favania's equivalent of Fulvania's heaven. I designed it so that most angels here wear their hair in a bun like me, because I like wearing a bun and I think it looks cute on them as well.
I'm Tiberius, and I am an arrogant pig god. I am about 10 billion years old, and most of the creatures that I create look like me. Also, I have created about 4 billion planets, but I like to think that I've created everything.
Hi, I'm Janisa, goddess of life, and this is one of my many planets. It's made entirely out of plants and it doesn't have any rock or earth. I'm also about 10 billion years old, just in case you were wondering. The name of this planet is Clefloria.
Hi, I'm Aquatiki. I'm about 10 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets. Who am I? This is Stupidum, the god of stupidity, but I, Galactius, had to come along to tell you, because he's too dumb to tell you himself. He's about 5 billion years old, but he doesn't have any planets because he is too dumb to realize he has powers. He aimlessly flies around Galdromeda, beating up other gods and running away from dangers, and he barely even knows he exists. He generates a lot of power, but he doesn't always know what to do with it. However, other gods, especially evil gods like Tiberius, go and use him and exploit him and suck up his power and use it for their own. And it's not very nice, but he doesn't even realize it's happening. The original god of stupidity fell into a black hole, and he has never been seen again, but it doesn't make any difference because neither of them were very intelligent.
Hi, I'm Horticle. I'm about 10 billion years old and have created about 3 billion planets.
I'm Paivana, the goddess of fire. I'm about 10 billion years old and I've created about 4 billion planets. I'm a tree log on fire and I can be a little susceptible to water because when it touches me, it temporarily weakens me because the fire gets put out and it takes a few seconds to reignite after I've left the water or gotten dry again. That was a little demonstration. As you can see, I poured water on myself, but it put the fire out, and now I feel very weak, but it's not a major problem because it will come back. When my fire is put out, my power is reduced by about 50%, but luckily, when my fire comes back again, my power comes back too. I don't like being in bodies of water, because for as long as I remain wet, my fire remains absent, and it doesn't come back until I'm dry again. All gods, including me, have creation powers, and they allow all of us to create all sorts of substances and matter, even if it doesn't match our own element or role. That means we could technically create entire planets that don't match our roles, but that's not something we usually do, because most of us don't like doing that and it can get us in trouble with Galacticus.
Hi, my name is Agrigol, the god of agriculture, and I am a skinless butcher. I'm about 10 billion years old and have created about 3 billion planets, and one of them is this one that I'm standing on. I love meat, and this is a giant meatball.
I am a cyborg god called Romuncula. I am about 10 billion years old and have created about 3 billion planets. This is one of them and it is completely mechanical.
I'm a young air goddess called Irenia. I'm about 1600 years old and I have created about 12 planets.
I'm Hullabash, god of violence, and I like smashing and bashing people, creatures and things. I am about 8 billion years old and have created about 3 billion planets. I am Malhodus, god of death. I'm about 10 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets. I am a ghost crossed with a black shadow and a skull and crossbones. Like Hullabash and Tiberius, I also sometimes exploit stupid and steal from him.
Hi, I'm Medina, goddess of humbleness, and I am about 7 billion years old. They say I've created about 3 billion planets, and it is more than I'd like to admit, but they're probably not wrong.
I am Malascorn and I am the god of hatred. I am about 8 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets. The original god of hatred was called Selenister, and the original god of love was called Salavia. I'm going to tell you a story about them that a lot of people don't know. So basically, from what I have heard, they were 2 of Galactus's original creations and 2 of the 25 original gods. Like me, Selenister was incredibly hateful, but he was also somewhat arrogant. He is the one who created Soulworm to destroy the universe. He treated Soulworm horribly and tried to control his life. When he wasn't using him, he'd lock him in a force field, and to scare him into obedience, he would inflict him with lots of horrible spells. Soulworm eventually got sick of it, and he ate Selenister and killed him. But since his bite area is so big, in the process it killed Salavia as well. Of course, this is Galdromeda V2, so Soulworm does not currently exist in this reality, because he got defeated billions of years ago. However, he still does exist in Galdromeda V1 and has not been defeated yet, but that doesn't affect me, so I don't care.
Hi, I'm Nerdicus, god of intelligence, and they say I'm the most intelligent god there is, other than Galactus himself. And they're probably not wrong, but it would be arrogant to confirm it. I'm about 10 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets.
Hi, I'm Tyrrakanos and I have control over the element of Earth. I am about 10 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets.
Hi, I'm Fragile, god of weakness. I'm a pile of bones, but I can still live and move. I'm about 10 billion years old and I've created about 3 billion planets. I am extremely weak physically, but my magical powers are quite powerful.
Hi, I'm Shenua, god of evil. I am about 10 billion years old and have created about 3 billion planets. I use the spiky bow at the end of my tail to whack people, creatures and things. I'm Shenua's demigod son, Geltrap, and I like to trap mortals in my pocket dimension of Black Void, and I give them riddles, and they only are allowed out if they guess correctly. Hi, I'm Phrygius, god of cold, and I am about 10 billion years old and have created about 4 billion planets. The one I am currently on is called Frost.
Hi, I'm Hercules, god of strength. I am about 1 billion years old and have created about 100 million planets. Hi, I'm Phalatina, goddess of emotions. I am about 1 billion years old and have also created about 100 million planets. I carry around a dumbbell because I like doing strength training, and I can increase its size to make it heavier whenever I want to. It also contains a large amount of my magical power and abilities. I carry around a rose because I like flowers, and this represents emotions such as love as well. We live together and we love each other, and it also helps that there exists Runcor, the god of love. We used to be demigods like Grasos and Geltrap, but luckily one day Galactus turned us into gods by granting us that status, and it's a good thing because Runcor had a father called Vulgarus, which was the god of strength, used to be the god of strength, but unfortunately he died. And also the previous goddess or god of emotions died as well, so it's a good thing that we're around to take their places.
These gods don't know this because they can't break the fourth wall, but they are also inspired by Eli McCon and Sena McCon, and they are also based off his Pentove. For more information about what that is, look in the description of this video. Bye.